Hey y'all, it's me, Udoka. I'm in line at In-N-Out Burger. Welcome to my channel where I talk about my mental health journey and literally whatever I want. And today I want to talk about Invincible. There will be spoilers. I want to talk about it because I just binge watched it. I do not watch fan theories. But I do want to talk about, one, my opinion of Omni-Man. Two, my disappointment in the audience of this show, how they're treating Amber, which is very typical. I mean, this is just a typical trope of any movie show that has a male protagonist and a love interest. The female will be villainized, not necessarily by the creators of the show, but by the male audience. They'll be villainized, which is very disappointing. I'm disappointed that it's 2021 and people are still emotionally immature. So let's talk about it. Okay, let's talk about Omni-Man. So, first episode, he kills all the superheroes. First of all, let me just say, I am so disappointed in that green girl. Okay? I was very disappointed when she died. I had no sympathy for her. Honestly, I was upset. I was like, girl, you're making us look bad, homegirl. Baby girl. You're making us look horrible. You have the power to turn invisible and go through walls. And yo bitch ass decided to, after seeing the first two kills, it didn't occur to you to just disappear, bitch, and just go ahead, live out the rest of your life as a photographer. Like, no, you don't need to risk your life. You don't need to risk your life for this, honey. No, baby, no. See, that was the first mistake. That was the first mistake. And that was the first mistake for me. Well, actually, the first mistake for me was one day when those blue dudes were trying to attack the White House and they struck him in one eye and they didn't think to strike the other eye, that maybe that'll stop him if he's just blind. So stupid. I'm sorry, that was the first mistake. Baby green girl not disappearing and running away was mistake number 2. So at this point, like, whenever I feel like something is just too stupid, it's just like, it's a little too stupid for me. I'm starting to make my decision whether or not to watch. What made me continue watching was, I need to figure out, why did Omni-Man kill his friends? I need to figure that out. I want to know. And to me, it was very obvious. Like, if you didn't understand what was going on with Omni-Man by episode 4, you're lacking critical thinking, or you suspend, or you might be the type of person, which my fiance is, bless his heart, the type of person that suspends disbelief in logic when they're watching things. Now, yes, when you're watching, especially something about superheroes, you have to suspend rational logic. You have to suspend it a little bit, but you can't just throw it out the window. You know what I'm saying? You can't just throw it completely out the window. You know what I mean? Okay, hold on. Okay, this man about to ask me for my order in a second, so y'all will see that. Let me get my credit card out. I think I'm just gonna get a burger. I'm gonna get 2. That's what I usually get. I get 2 fries and a burger. Nope, no pickles, no tomato. Okay, so I needed to figure it out. This is pretty clear. Okay, he kills his friends. What moved him to try to kill his superhero friends? But then he's saving. He goes and kills those aliens. Okay, so that means he wants to be the only conqueror of this planet. The fairy tale says it's 1 Viltrum per planet. So, okay, like, you're starting to add it all together. What other evidence was there? You know, how he was just so lazy. You know, hold up, they best ask me for my order.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. Can I have a hamburger with sauteed onion, no pickles, no cheese, and no tomato, and 2 fries?
Would you like any drinks?
No, thank you. A cup of water.
Gotcha. Back to go?
Sure, yes.
693, it's your first window, please. Have a good night, man.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so yeah, like you see how he was so lazy when he was helping his friends to save the people. He was so lazy about it. And you just see that he like so nonchalant about humans. Like he doesn't really value human life. Like somebody dies, a human being dies, he's like, okay, I'm hungry, can we go get some pizza? Like he doesn't care. Like if you didn't get it by episode 5, like if you didn't see it by episode 5, you really not paying attention. The boy is asking his dad, hey, what do you think? Should I work with this human? Should I save this human? He's like, well, that's beneath you. Like saving a human being is like beneath you. And it's like, and Negro, excuse you. You know what I mean? So like you add it up. You don't need no fan theories. You don't need to read no comic book. You pretty much get it. And at that point, that's when I'm like, okay, honestly, I was skipping through. Okay. I was skipping through a lot of the show after episode 4. Yeah, after episode 4, I was skipping through. Because I'm like, I just want more details and information relating to Omniman's villainous behind. So I'm just skipping through a lot of it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I get the arc. I watch some stuff, and I'm like, I'm not here for the dialogue. I'm not here for the little, Invincible, let me give you a kiss. Or whatever the boy's real name is. Mark. Like, I'm not here for it. But I really liked Omni-Man's story. The final 2 episodes, wonderful. Actually, all you needed to do, just watch the first 2 episodes and the last 2 episodes. You know what I'm saying? And you good, baby. So then I could tell, this is about to be a show that I'm not gonna watch again. How can I tell? It's giving me Attack on Titan. Let me tell you how I felt. When I first watched Attack on Titan, I'm like... And if you don't know about Attack on Titan, spoilers. It's an anime about these giant humanoids that eat humans. And you're like, where did they come from? But when I was watching Attack on Titan, I'm like, no, I need to know what was in the dad's basement. What was in the basement? He got some serum? He got some turn you into a Titan serum. Where are these Titans coming from? Who ate your mama? Who was that? Are these real humans or are they dead human? Where are they? I had so many questions. So I watched season 1, and then season 2, I'm like, baby, you're not answering the questions no more. You turn this into the adventure of the day, baby. I didn't sign up for that. And like at the end, I'm like, this is gonna turn to adventure of the day, right? Like those aliens, they mad. Those aliens that with the portal, they say big mad, baby. They say big mad, bruh. Those aliens, like those. You know what? I relate to those aliens. Like if you slight me, I will remember you. And I'll be like, no, don't worry. Karma will come. My day will come with you. My day will come that I will deal with you. And you won't know it. It might be another 5 hours, 24 hours, 24 months, honey. But I will come back for you. And you'll be sorry. So, okay, the aliens gonna come back. Those blue dudes. I really like those blue dudes, actually. I really like them. I don't know why. I just like them. They might be one of my favorite characters. Oh, and I love that Catman. Zaddy. Okay, I am not a furry or anything, but that lion he was like, I'm not gonna waste my time killing ants. Deuces. Zaddy, okay? I don't know what it was. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Why? Tell me why he took a blow to the boy's stomach and the blood splattered on his face and he like licked his lips. I'm like, You single? Like, I'm like, why is that attractive? That's so weird. Like, so weird. But anyway, I like him as well. Oh crap, my engine's overheating. I can't wait to get my money up so I can freaking fix my car. What else? Yeah, so anyway, I can tell season 2 is going to be Adventure of the Day. I'm not interested. I'm probably not going to watch again. I'm probably just going to like wait for the series finale or some BS, you know. That's what tends to happen. Now, let me tell you why I'm disappointed in the fandom and how they're treating Amber. These boys are roasting Amber. Talking about, well, he was off saving the world and you still dumped him. Oh my God, just cause there's something more important than your stupid soup kitchen. Ugh. Okay, that's how these boys are. And it's so dumb. It's so immature. And the thing is, with media, most of the time when we're watching a coming of age story about a male character, it is written through the lens of a man, okay? Unless somebody can prove me wrong and tell me that there's a female screenwriter in there, it's written through the male's gaze. It's about a boy, so automatically it's through the male's gaze. But then it's written and portrayed by a man, more man's gaze. You get what I'm saying? So these boys are strongly identifying with the boy, Mark, which is totally fine. But because this young male audience is emotionally immature, they don't know how to identify with their protagonist and at the same time have grace for the supporting characters. So if a supporting character makes a decision for herself, that is for herself, that, you know, makes the main character sad in any way, she is villainized. The audience is not emotionally mature enough to understand that you don't have to villainize somebody for making a decision that benefits themselves. Hold on, let me pay for this.
All right, where you? It's going to be $6.93, please.
All right.
Thank you. Just 1 second on that. You going with the card and check your seat?
No.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, so they don't understand. So when the girl breaks up with him, they're like, why'd you break up? If you knew he was invincible, then you knew that he was late because he was saving the world. Why'd you break up? Because he lied, you guys. Like, I can't believe I have to actually say this.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Would you like any ketchup?
No, thank you.
Here's that water for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great night.
You too. Okay. Because he lied, you guys. You can't have a relationship based on lies, period. It doesn't matter why the lie was there. If the lie is severely affecting the relationship, then yes, you need to break up. One person was like, well, if you date a government employee, sometimes they can't tell you about their work, you're going to break up with them. I'm like, yeah, if it means they have to lie about why they keep breaking their promises to me, then yes, we will break up. I don't care if he has the highest security clearance of the Pentagon and he's saving the country from terrorism. If you have to make promises to me that you know you cannot keep and then lie in order to coerce me to remain in a relationship with you so you can get your rocks off, excuse you, no. Break up. And it's like the audience is not emotionally mature enough to understand she's doing this for her own sanity. How does it make sense to be in a relationship that is filled with lies and broken promises? Like, why would you want the protagonist to be in that type of relationship? The only thing that would make sense to me is if you don't understand the love interest is an autonomous mother-freaking human being with her own hopes and dreams. The only thing that makes sense to me is this male audience sees the love interest as a prize to be won, a prize that the superhero... What? I'm sorry. Whenever somebody honks their horn, it doesn't matter how often the distance it is. I'm like, what? Why are you honking? So sorry. I freak out because I'm like, why are you honking? So, maybe I was getting heated. But yeah, the only thing that makes sense to me is you really feel like the superhero is somehow deserving. I guess people don't like to follow the freaking law. Stupid. Anyway. Yeah, what makes sense to me is they feel like the superhero is deserving of her P word or something, which is annoying. No, he made promises when you set a date, when you say yes, I will be there at this time, this day at this time. You're setting a date, and then you're late. And you lie about why you're late. And she could forgive it a few times, but after like, are you sure you can meet my mother at 7 p.m.? Are you sure? And you say yes. And then you're freaking 2 hours late. I am so sorry. These people who are giving Amber hell, you are emotionally stunted. If you think that in any world, for any reason, it makes sense to tell your girlfriend, I will meet your mother, and she understands you have an issue with timeliness. She understands whatever you're going through, you have failed to be on time. So she gives you an out, and you say, no, I promise. And then you're 2 hours late to meet her mother. That is a toxic relationship. Period. And it just baffles my mind. I'm like, how do you not understand that? And then people are like telling me, you don't have to tell your deepest, darkest secrets when you're only a few months into a relationship. No. Nobody is saying tell your deepest, darkest secrets. We're saying stop lying. Say you have a prior engagement. Say, I'm sorry, I can't, the nature of my work, which I cannot tell you what I do, but the nature of it requires that I'm PRN. I'm on call. I'm on call 24/7. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to tell your deepest, darkest secrets, but you don't got to lie. And that's how you know that probably these dusty men, they probably single or in a toxic relationship, because they don't understand that basic concept. But then it got to a point. So, if it were me, honestly, I would just think he's a drug dealer, okay? Which I personally would break up, period. I would be like, listen, Mark, I think you're a drug dealer. I personally am not comfortable dating a drug dealer. And my mom isn't comfortable with me dating a drug dealer. So, bye. I'm breaking up with you, okay? That's what I would have done. But you guys also got to keep in mind, these kids are 17 years old. So they're still learning, okay? They're still learning. How do you talk about these things? How do you voice, your concerns? How do you work on a relationship? They're still learning. So you would think as an audience, you have grace because you understand literally you're minors. You're underage. You can't consent to anything. You have no legal footing. You know what I'm saying? Unless you file and win for an emancipation, you don't know a damn thing. That's what I would have thought. But there came a point where his friends counseled him, like, listen, you gotta tell her, like, if you are serious about this girl, you need to tell her what the hell is up. You need to tell her. And he chose not to, okay? Which is fine. When he chose not to tell her, that's fine. Because to me, I'm like, okay, he's not serious about this girl. It's just for play. But then, you know, he realizes, actually, no, I am serious about her. And he's nervous and yada, yada, yada. Yes, I totally understand. Totally understand, baby. I understand. But why would the audience be mad when the girl breaks up? Why can't you also understand it feels abusive to be in a relationship with somebody who lies blatantly in your face and lets you down time and time again and thinks cheesecake is just gonna make it all better? You know what I mean? It's just frustrating. It's frustrating. And the thing is, this is just my personal opinion, it takes men like a really long time to gain emotional maturity. Like, it's not until a man has a child of his own or just gets enough life experience that he becomes emotionally mature. So if, like, the average age of this male viewer that hates Amber is, let's say, 24, yes, it'll take him a decade. In my opinion, it'll take him a decade to come to a point where he understands. Yes, the man, he needs to turn 34, 35. Like, whatever age he is that he's hating on Amber. So if the man is 29 hating on Amber, yeah, he's a grower. Yeah, he's not gonna understand until he's 39. That's just my opinion. Okay, I could totally be wrong, but unless somebody shows me evidence otherwise, I mean, that's just how I feel about it. So yeah, so that just annoys me. So like that's another thing about a show that you got to consider before you like really get in with a show. Is the fandom a vibe? Like, do you enjoy vibing with the fandom? Like, for instance, I'm rewatching Scandal right now. The fandom is a vibe. I vibe with the fandom. Though, granted, the fandom probably looks a lot like me. Oh, I'm at Hooters right now. I will never understand why people bring their children to Hooters. Like, I don't... Like, we all understand that you're at Hooters to eat while looking at boobs. So why would you bring your child there? I mean, whatever. Anyway, that's besides the point. Granted, yeah, the people who watch Scandal, they probably look and think like me. Okay, black females, okay? So we're on like kind of the same journey. Like, we vibe, we get each other. And I understand this Invincible universe. Oh, I said no. Okay, I have to go back. Wow. I have to go back. They totally got my order wrong. Oh, wait. That's weird. I guess they gave me an extra burger. I guess they just gave me an extra burger free of charge. Okay, I'm not going back. That's your bad. How much did I pay for this? It's $2 per fry. That's 4. And then $2.50 per burger. Yeah. Okay. They gave me a free hamburger. They gave me a free cheeseburger. Why did they do that? Let's find my me. I'll give it to somebody. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm still exploring the fandom. I know that particular sect of young incels they're not the only people in the fandom, but it is annoying. So anyway, what do I rate season 1 of Invincible? It was great. I give it an 8 out of 10. I give it an 8 out of 10. If you like, now if you're into comic book shows, I give it a 10 out of 10. If you liked comic book shows, 9 out of 10. I'm docking points for some of the animation, some of the ways they're trying to computerize the animation. I dock a point. But they also did a really good job on certain aspects of it. So if the little glitches don't bother you, and also sometimes the dialogue is like really weird. Like, I don't know, like sometimes it's like, why are you all talking so slow? They talk, I don't know what, sometimes they just talk really slow. Like the cadence of the conversation is like you can tell, like if you want an example of what I'm talking about, just like the first 60 seconds of the show is a prime example. It's like, what are we talking about, gentlemen? Can we move along? The other thing my fiance didn't catch was in the beginning of the show, it's this dude talking about, yeah, I'm going to London with my son, we're so proud of him. And then like in the subsequent episodes, they show the son, like they show them in London, and like they show the journey of that son. And my fiance's like, oh wow, I didn't notice. I'm like, what do you think we're just randomly in London? Like, you didn't remember that a dude's talking about, I'm going to London with my son, and now in the next episode we're in London with a dude and his son? Like, I understand, like, not all white men look the same, babe, okay? He just thought it was just some random white man. Like, this is the same white man we saw in the beginning. Anyway, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 if you're into comic books. 8 out of 10 if you're just into like a good story. Like me. I don't have a bias against or towards comic book. So, I enjoyed it. Not sure if I will enjoy the next seasons. We'll see. I'm really trepidatious. It looks like it's going to be full of filler, which is my pet peeve, number 1. But we'll see. All right. Thanks for chilling with me as I'm driving around, eating in and out in my car, literally going nowhere. On voting day, it's voting day in my county. I voted for local officials. I'm really excited. On the local elections. Oh, this is another voting place. In our local elections, it's Republicans and Democrats and independents. No, honestly, actually, it's like more Republican Democrat for a lot of the positions, and then there's some positions that are like just independent. But you can't, like, it's not like the presidential election that you can just be like, oh, just down the line Democrat. Like, it's not like that. You need to actually vote for individual people or just not vote at all. And I feel like the people I voted for, they lean Democrat or they lean independent. I don't think I voted for anyone that leans Republican. I don't think so. And this one lady, so there's this woman trying to run for mayor, and this one lady's like, don't vote for that. So it's like, don't vote for this person because... No, this didn't happen at the voting booth, y'all. This happened outside. So it's like, don't vote for her because she has only lived here for 5 years. She came from China. 5 years ago, she was in China. And now she's here. And she hates black people. I'm like, I wasn't going to vote for her. But thank you. I guess. I think. It was this, I don't know what woman. She looked Indian to me. The lady was telling me that. But I just thought that was so funny. I'm like, oh my god, please do not say that. Because first of all, I don't think this woman's from China. Her last name sounds Vietnamese to me. I don't think she's from China. And like, if she's legally able to run, like, it's fine. She's lived here long enough. If she's legally able to run for mayor. But we'll see if she win. I mean, she could win because she has really been, like, the Asian community in this area has really been rooting for her. I don't know. Anyway, I'm babbling. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend. And leave me a comment letting me know your thoughts below. Peace out.